Hello and welcome to the meditation for Thursday, 26th of March. This is a meditation written by Tom Gordon, which he's happy to share with all and everyone. Tom Gordon was hospice chaplain at Edinburgh for Marie Curie Trust and has written many books about his experiences both as a parish minister and a hospice care chaplain. My granny lived a distance away from her church, so she took a bus. But the timings made it awkward. Worship was at 11 a.m. One bus got her to church at 10:55, an earlier one at 9:55, but she didn't want to be late. So she got the early bus and was in church before 10, a whole hour early. When I was parish minister, Mrs. Preston did the same. She walked to church. So why she came so early I never found out. But every Sunday she would be sitting in her place while lots of things went on around her. I was there early too, for there was always plenty to do before worship. So I'd rush past her and say, "Good morning." I'd whiz by and mutter, "Nice day." Sometimes I would just nod. Often I would say nothing as I dashed about doing this and that. One morning, as I was passing her for the umpteenth time, Mrs. Preston said, "Excuse me, Minister, do you have a minute?" I skidded to a halt. "Come and sit here," she said, patting the seat beside her. Puzzled, I sat down and waited. She was silent for ages. "Well," I said, trying hard not to sound irritated, "what can I do for you, Mrs. Preston?" She turned to me, took my hand and said, "Nothing at all, Minister. I just wanted to see if you could sit down." In this time of lockdown, many of us will still be busy. If not in body, then in mind. If not in activity, then in anxiety. If not in practicalities, then in planning and preparation. But the God who is Mrs. Preston beckons us over, takes us by the hand and whispers, "I just wanted to see if you could sit down. And for me, that will be enough." And that was Tom Gordon's meditation. A question for today might be, what does it mean to truly and authentically be with another person? Our physical presence can never replace the emotional and spiritual presence, which is at the heart of being with somebody else. And perhaps this time now gives us that space to really think about what the emotional and spiritual presence is. The temptation is to fill it with many things, with phone calls, online conferences, writing lots of emails, and maybe it would be something we could try and do is just to have a little space in each day from that all-important task of connecting with others, and especially others who are lonely. But maybe if we just took a little space and just thought about what presence means. And a verse to bear in mind is from Matthew chapter 28. Verse 20. "And remember, I'm with you always, to the end of the age." No matter what we're going through now, we need to remember that and hold it in our heart. And now a prayer poem, Pax by D.H. Lawrence. "All that matters is to be one with the living God, to be a creature in the house of the God of life. Like a cat asleep on a chair, at peace, in peace, and at one with the master of the house, with the mistress at home in the house of the living, sleeping on the hearth and yawning before the fire. Sleeping on the hearth of the living world, yawning at home before the fire of life, feeling the presence of the living God like a great reassurance, a deep calm in the heart, a presence as of the master sitting at the board in his own and greater being, in the house of life. Amen.